Once a jolly swagman camped by a billabong under the shade of a coolabah tree. He sang as he watched and waited till his billy boiled. You'll come a waltzing Matilda with me.
Yeah, g'day guys, it's Shane with the Backyard Bushman channel. Thanks for tuning in. Doing a video today on something that you might find interesting, and there's two reasons for that. The first reason would be that Adam over at Equipped to Endure, who you can find, let me see, right about there, is having a competition. The rules of this competition are he wants people creating for this competition a survival tin. Not using one you already have, but creating something. Okay? Of course, you don't have to create a full survival tin. As he said, you could create a survival tin that focuses on one aspect of survivalism. The other reason is that I've been looking at a lot of survival tin videos for quite a while now and had been thinking about doing one because I feel that they are kind of gimmicky. Okay? It's my personal feeling, don't take offense anybody, the survival tins are rubbish. Okay? And the reason for that is I think when it comes to survival and your tools, you should stick with the KISS principle of keep it simple, stupid. The problem with a little tin like this is if you're going to fit your entire survival needs in that tin, you probably got 100 or so items in there and none of them are doing their job particularly well. Okay? My ADC carries everything that I need to survive, aside from some of the things that I'm going to carry in this kit, actually, and I feel that everybody should be just as prepared with things that they carry every day. Now, that's not to say that you can't carry one of these every day, and I know some people profess to doing that, but still I feel that this is a very limited amount of space, and that it is better utilized in a more focused, more direct manner. Okay? What I've chosen to do is focus on the first of the rule of threes, which is, of course, 3 minutes without medical attention, or more precisely, air. Well, I'm not going to put a respirator in here. There's certainly not a defibrillator, but I'm going to show you what is in here, and I hope you guys like it. Okay, guys, I'm kind of pressed for time in this video, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet, and I'll add some annotations later. Here's the kit, okay? A couple of rubber bands. I'm not going to go into ranger bands and things that you can alternate with multiple purpose, multiple uses for items. Again, I'm pressed for time, so here we go. A couple ranger bands, hold on, one of the most important facets of this kit. You see that there? That is an American Red Cross First Aid Kit card. Really simple item, has some first aid directions in there, but the most important thing on this kit as far as I'm concerned is it has your name, it has an emergency contact name and phone number for you. Okay, it has any prescribed medications that you're on, it has any allergy information, and it has any medical conditions that you might be suffering from. That is incredibly important because if somebody finds you and you're incapacitated, you're unconscious, they find this kit, they've just found out information about you that could save your life. Has a couple other spots on there to write in, you know, your local authorities or poison control phone numbers and whatnot, so that's handy to have. If this is on your kit, I would recommend you get it laminated so that it's waterproof, of course. But one of these cards should probably be in your wallet if you're not going to opt for one of these kits. I think this is an incredibly invaluable little docket to have. This information, again, could save your life. Okay, so we're going to place that over here. Going to move on to the kit here itself. Altoids tin, simple enough. On the inside of the tin here, what I did is I have my medical card and my driver's license. Well, right there. Okay. Those fit right inside the lid there, which is nice. I figured that's not too bad to have. Your ID, it's a nifty place to keep it, although it should be in your wallet, of course. But that way, you not only have your ID so that they can confirm if you're incapacitated that you are who you should be, but you also have your medical coverage information, which is great. If you're going to end up at a medical facility, they know who to charge for looking after you. And they tend to be pretty picky about that kind of thing. We have a pair of tweezers, multiple uses for these, of course. You can pull out splinters and whatnot. They fit nicely in there. This is an everyday kind of kit, so I figured why not. On top here, we have a little roll of duct tape. This is thin duct tape, but this is probably about 10 feet long. You can use this for applying bandages. You can use it for keeping Band-Aids on. Wrap it around a Band-Aid so your Band-Aid doesn't come off if it gets wet or dirty and whatnot. 1,000,001 uses, as you guys know. Okay, right here we have a razor blade. I could fit a knife in this kit. However, the knife that would fit in here is currently in my girlfriend's EDC first aid kit. And a razor blade is always sharp, so it's not bad to have. You can use this for cutting bandage, stripping clothing to make a tourniquet, whatever you like. You don't need me to explain this for you. Over here, just because it fits in this spot, is a roll of bandage. It's not so much bandage as it is gauze bandage. And of course, you can put a piece of gauze pad on there. You guys have seen these before. Wrap it around your arm or your leg or whatever the case might be. Wrap it up with your duct tape. Again, duct tape, the only tape that I care to put in my EDC purely because it works for everything. Medical tape, you just don't need it because this will do the same thing. Alright, so we have a roll of bandage, and this works out to be quite a lot actually. Put the tweezers over there. Now, this is a really important facet of your kit, guys. This is the most personal part of your kit, and I'm not going to go right into this. I'll try and add this to the notes. Medications, if you have any medication that you take daily or anything that you need commonly, you should probably add them to this kit. Okay, so for me, that would be Benadryl because I get seasonal allergies or hay fever sometimes. I added this to the kit so that I'm not out there with the sniffles and feeling miserable or sneezing the entire time. It just basically facilitates my effectiveness and my ability to survive. Okay, over here we have pain aid. Everybody should have some kind of pain reducer in their kit. In case you sprain an ankle, you have a headache, whatever the case might be. This here is a generic Prilosec because I suffer from IBS and I'm getting over some esophagitis. What you guys know as acid reflux cause that basically. This is pretty important stuff for me. You would alternate that with something that's important for you, of course. And this here is Imodium. Imodium, of course, stops you having the runs, and I would suggest that everybody put that in their kit purely because not only can diarrhea stop your effectiveness of moving through, from point A to point B, it's not only going to slow you down, it's going to make you feel miserable, you're going to have cramps, and worse yet, it's going to dehydrate you very, very quickly. So Imodium is one of those things that you should have in your kit or your first aid kit no matter what. Okay, right here, we're moving on. That's where we get into the actual dealing with injury stuff. We have some anti-itch cream. Okay, you can use this for bug bites, you can use it for poison ivy, things like that. Okay, we have some 3-in-1 antibiotic ointment. This is basically Neosporin in a blister pack. Okay, you guys know plenty about that, of course. Right here we have 2 antiseptic wipes. I did do a video called Fire Tips 2 and the parallel fire, and in that fire tip I use an antiseptic wipe with a ferrocerium rod to get a fire started. These things are great for fire starting, but again, I don't want to go into the multiple uses of everything. Obviously this is to kill germs, clean up a wound, clean your hands. Okay, we're going to put those right there. In here we have a couple of what they call butterfly clips in Australia. These are basically bandage versions of sutures, so if you have a deep gash and you need to pinch it together, this is what you want in your kit. Okay, we have a couple of shear strips, or just basically band-aids. These aren't the fabric ones, these are the plasticky ones. I prefer those purely because they don't come off in a hurry. If they get dirty or if they get wet, they'll actually stay on the wound. You can use these or couple these with some fabric band-aids to keep your bandage lasting longer. Okay, we'll put those over there. And the bottom here we have 2 knuckle bandages. Now you've seen fingertip bandages and oval bandages and all kinds of silly little bandages. The reason I use knuckle bandages more than any other kind is because they cover everything. Okay, you can use this your finger, your fingertip, your knee, whatever it is. They got these extra bits of adhesive here. They grab on nice and easy. I prefer these to all those silly little rinky-dink bandages that really, band-aids I should say, that really don't do you that much good. So go with the bigger ones that are more versatile. Okay, under that, with that same kind of thinking in mind, we have a couple of large band-aids. These are known as large patches. So elbows and knees, these work great. It's a big patch of gauze in the middle, plenty of elastic around it. That'll work on any wound that you have. It might be a bit big and too messy, but we do have those other band-aids in the kit. Alright, in the bottom here is pretty simple, and again I'm running out of time, guys, so we have 2 small gauze pads. Okay, you use that in cooperation with your little bandage over here, and once again your duct tape, and you can put that on a nastier cut that you feel that a band-aid isn't going to work for you. You could even put that under one of those large patches so that you could deal with a nastier cut. Okay, and in the bottom here, it's pretty important to have at least one large gauze pad. Okay, so if you have a pretty nasty gash, you can use this. Again, you can use that razor blade to cut a tourniquet or just a bandage, or you can strip part of your shirt off and you can get some good pressure on there with some gauze to look after what might be a pretty serious injury. And that there, guys, is actually the bottom of the kit. Okay, I didn't bother to put a signal mirror or anything like that in there. I do have one that fits. I actually used one of these tins for my mirror, my compass, and my whistle before, but I felt that this here was a pretty good first aid kit in terms of what you might need in the field. Okay, again, guys, I'd like to say that this has been Shane with the Backyard Bushman channel. I hope you like my kit. Best of luck to everybody that has entered Adam's competition. Please give me your feedback, any comments that you have. Please subscribe. And once again, guys, don't forget, this wasn't just for the contest. I actually do feel that this is a pretty good, solid kit that you should probably add to your EDC or to your 10-piece kit. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate the support, and I will see you next time.
You'll come a waltzing, till